Human Fall Flat is a great game. Human Fall Flat is a physics-based puzzle platforming game developed by the Lithuanian studio No Breaks Games and published by Curve Digital. It released on PC and Mac in July 2016, with console versions arriving in 2017. In my own gaming experience, Human Fall Flat is without precedent. Others have compared it to Octodad Deadliest Catch, which released in 2010, and it does feature somewhat similar controls, but even though I played Octodad briefly, I didn't think of it one time while playing Human Fall Flat. They're quite different in style and overall gameplay. Human Fall Flat is somewhat stark in appearance, since the character and environment models lack textures of any kind. Your in-game character is a featureless doughboy, although you can customize him or her with a wide variety of costumes, which range from the mundane to the ridiculous. The environments themselves are quite varied, and each level has a specific theme, which is also its title: Steam, Dark, Factory, Castle, etc., and the visuals do reflect that. The graphics aren't stunning by any means, but they do clearly convey the atmosphere and the aesthetic of each level. And as Dan Stapleton of IGN points out in his review, the stark visuals and lack of texture do help clarify which models in the environment can be manipulated in order to traverse the map and solve puzzles. So there is that. Sound design in Human Fall Flat, well, falls a little flat. Sound effects are just enough to give a sense of the environment and your character's actions, but the sound isn't really essential to gameplay. Human Fall Flat's dramatic music contrasts somewhat oddly with its humorous gameplay, but this is intentional, I believe. Like the rest of the audio, it's fine, but doesn't contribute much to the overall experience. Human Fall Flat's amorphous protagonist, referred to only as Bob, is trapped in a dream or a series of dreams, in which the only way out is through. So, the story's simple. The player must guide Bob through each level to the exit. And that's it. It's a classic platforming setting. Find the way to the end of each stage while avoiding obstacles and solving puzzles, and it works. Each stage in Human Fall Flat presents its own unique mixture of platforming challenges. Players run, jump, climb, swing, and of course, fall, as they solve puzzles and wend their way to the exit. The puzzles have their own rhythm and language, which becomes familiar as you progress. If you see colored wires lying around, you can be sure they need to be plugged in somewhere. Boxes are used to hold open doors, etc., etc. These are common elements found in most levels, but some puzzles are unique to their own stages and add some welcome variety. The controls are where Human Fall Flat really shines or doesn't shine, depending on your view. In a typical platformer, the controls are designed to be smooth and intuitive, making traversal and movement, which is the core of the game, as natural as possible. Human Fall Flat is anything but typical. In Human Fall Flat, controlling your character is intentionally difficult. Each arm is controlled by its own controller or mouse button, which makes actions that would be second nature in another game, like picking up an object or climbing, a challenge unto themselves. This is Human Fall Flat's hook. Ordinary platforming and puzzle solving is made exponentially more difficult and hilarious because of its silly controls. Human Fall Flat's campaign can of course be completed in single player mode, but adding more players is what really makes Human Fall Flat come alive. Up to 8 players can play together online, but in my opinion, The two-player local co-op is Human Fall Flat at its finest, and it is the reason I decided to include this in the Great Games. In couch co-op mode, solving puzzles is significantly quicker and much more fun. Two really are better than one. Most of the time.
Is this the door we go through?
No.
Yes, it is.
No, it's not.
Yeah, it is. Where's the door then? Where is...
It's right in front of me! I
Hey! Hey! Hey, I don't like you.
Okay, I know what to do in this level.
The reviews for Human Fall Flat are decidedly average, but that did not stop it from attaining an incredible internet presence and popularity. And currently, Human Fall Flat has sold over 25 million copies. Not bad for a game originally developed by one man. Not bad at all. On its untextured surface, Human Fall Flat may not appear great, but the greatness is there, buried under layers of Doughboy Flab. With its hilariously ridiculous controls and excellent cooperative multiplayer, Human Fall Flat trips, tumbles, and shoves its way to its coveted spot among the great games.